It's a good day to be layman. Let's see how my latest tweet is doing. Ha! Sociological, 17 responses. I can't wait to... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's counting my own response, but it's supposed to be 17. Oh, Twitter, you mother... Hello, you magnificent bastards! Glad you tuned in. I'm Dr. Layman, and today's topic is Twitter censorship. Recently, Twitter has made some changes to some of its policies, and before we get to the meat of it, let's play a little game here, okay? If you haven't heard or read what I'm about to quote, you'll give me a like. If you have already heard about it or read about it, give me a dislike, okay? Right. Quote time. Collapsing potentially abusive or low-quality tweets. Our team has also been working on identifying and collapsing potentially abusive and low-quality replies, so the most relevant conversations are brought forward. These tweet replies will still be accessible to those who seek them out. You can expect to see this change rolling out in the coming weeks. If you've got no clue what that just was, no shame in admitting it, my dudes. I went through my entire Twitter timeline, through basically anything Twitter related, through my emails, through every possible way. I may have been informed about that, but I didn't get any notification about this at all. Nothing. The quote is from the entry, an update on safety, on the Twitter blog, published February the 7th, so a bit more than 2 weeks ago, which by pure coincidence is almost exactly the 1-year anniversary of the Twitter Safety Council that was announced on February the 9th last year. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Twitter Trust and Safety Council is, oh boy, are you in for a treat. Holy moly! It's basically a group of 40 organizations and individuals and groups that Twitter has selected to advise them on how to deal with hate speech, harassment, cyber violence, or simply put, with things they don't like. Some of the members of this prestigious group of safety warriors include the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, a group that unironically declared Pepe, this frog right here, a hate symbol, the Arkin Project, which doesn't even have an online presence anymore but is still listed, Feminist Frequency, whose only joy in life apparently is to call things sexist and or racist, even if they are accurate representations of something. Here they are, for instance, in their most recent blog post, so you don't say I'm cherry-picking, calling the Yakuza series sexist, for actually showing, well, how disgustingly sexist the Yakuza is. How can you possibly not trust this Trust and Safety Council, or feel safe with it? What are you, a sexist, racist, Islamophobic super Nazi? And, well, here we are, a tad after the 1-year anniversary of the Twitter Safety Council, and things keep getting worse and worse. In many ways, Twitter reminds me of the boiling frog experiment, or analogy rather. If you take a frog and throw him into boiling water, it'll jump back out. If you throw a frog into cold water and slowly but steadily increase the temperature, that poor cunt will die before even realizing, dude, it's kinda hot in here, Lamar. If Twitter would have instituted the Trust and Safety Council and the Safe Search and the Quality Filter all on the same day, I think they would have taken a big hit from that. But this way, well, it's a slow, gradual change, a change they don't even really tell us about. And coincidentally, it's a big anti-free speech change right at the anniversary of the last big anti-free speech change. Now, there's quite a few people out there that'll tell you that all you have to do is to turn off the new quality filter in your mention settings. Oh, by the way, there's a quality filter in your notification settings. There's both active by default and that Twitter has conveniently swept under the rug. And to all the people promoting this button as some sort of solution, I can only say the following. Collecting data for a video. Feel free to respond to this tweet however you like. Replies 102. Sean replies 30-fucking-7. And guess what? Before making that tweet, I made sure to turn off said quality filter and wait for 15 minutes. And the numbers I just mentioned are the numbers with the quality filter off. Basically, I got a bit more than a third of the replies. I don't even want to imagine how it would have looked with the filter turned on. The weird thing is, if you log out and look at the tweet again, all of the replies are there. So to me, this appears to be some form of highly coordinated and actually user-customized censorship. And you'd think that Twitter learned its lesson, especially considering the current value of their stocks, but apparently preserving their agenda is more important than preserving their company. If I was the average employee of Twitter, I'd be absolutely livid at my superiors running the company to the ground so they can give themselves a nice pat on the back for being inclusive or progressive or tolerant or whatever the current meaningless buzzword is. And you wanna know the worst part of this? Twitter is not only starting to fuck you right now, but they've already fucked you retroactively. I went through some of my older tweets that I know that I saw all the replies to, and what do you know? 8 replies, 4 replies visible. 53 replies, 24 replies visible. Listen, I don't have a problem with a private platform controlling what kind of content it does and does not allow. Not my problem. But if you try to hide your censorship behind quality measures or behind trust and safety councils, you are not only absolute scum, you are also fucking cowards. At this point, I am absolutely convinced that Twitter is run by an army of literal rats dressed in human skin, rubbing their floppy hands together and going whenever they fuck up someone's timeline. Blech. But what can you expect from a company that allows VAM or WAM or Women Action and the media on their Trust and Safety Council, a group that unironically posted this obviously fake story? My mother's friends... Okay, wait, stop. Okay, you know what? I need a sad violin and proper background for this one, okay? Whew, there we go. My mother's friend's son is a special needs person who also happens to be gay. And some guy on the ferry bumped into him and said, "Listen here, F asterisk, 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 asterisk T. Things are different now that Trump is president." Trust and Safety Council. Trust. Yeah, that's a pretty good joke, Twitter, not gonna lie. And you wanna know something else? Not only your mentions and replies are being filtered, but your searches as well. You know, head over to Twitter and do a search for something, just anything, doesn't matter. Now, go to the 3 dots on the right, you should be seeing your search options. And as the first option, that is again, by the way, turned on by default, you've got hide sensitive content. Isn't it great if a platform decides what's good for you? Twitter, this is not how it works. You've got to properly tell your users if you do something like this. By the way, the search results filter was also implemented in an update on safety post from 2 weeks ago. The same post that also announced the quality filter from the beginning of this video. We are also working on safe search, which removes tweets that contain potentially sensitive content and tweets from blocked and muted accounts from search results. While this type of content will be still discoverable if you want to find it, it won't clutter search results any longer. Learn more in our help center. Now, I already said that I think this is some form of censorship campaign, but I'm going to be even more blunt now. I think this is a censorship campaign targeting anything that's not liberal or progressive. Let's just take a look at the 2 presidential accounts, at Real Donald Trump and at Hillary Clinton. Trump's visible replies are almost entirely negative ones. At Real Donald Trump, be honest, 45, you've got no clue what the hell's going on, have you? Away with the fairies. At Real Donald Trump, when will you handle your own dangerous national security issues? What is your relationship to Putin and Russia? At Real Donald Trump, why are you getting your news from Fox and not from your security briefings or your cabinet? Now, what about Hillary Clinton? You'd reckon that since Trump was basically winning the social media game with an overall bigger reach and more avid fans, but is still being seemingly buried under negative replies, that the same would be true for Hillary Clinton. Maybe even worse so. Dear at Hillary Clinton, I'm so glad you're tweeting. You are my chosen leader. Hillary Clinton at POTUS. At Hillary Clinton, I fucking love you. At Hillary Clinton, thank you for continuing to be vocal about what is right. You may not be president, but history will remember you so well. The only thread where negative replies to Clinton actually are visible in any noteworthy number is her pinned tweet with 32,000 replies. And honestly, I think that at some point the reply algorithm is just like, nah, fuck this, I can't censor all of those people, they'd notice. Better throw them a bone, you know? So, what have we learned today? 1 year ago, Twitter announced the Trust and Safety Council with partially absent members and with political ideologues who don't care in the least for actual victims of anything. On the 1 year anniversary, Twitter decides to go even a step further and turns on safe search and a quality filter for your notifications without telling you so. And now, a good chunk of your replies are invisible, and you can only find them for a limited amount of time in your mentions, but not in the actual thread. And to top all of this off, it has a clear political agenda. Hillary's top replies are encouraging shows of affection. Trump's top replies are basically a witch hunt against him. But hey, I bet it's not a pure coincidence. And, you know, to get back to the problem from the beginning of this video, certain replies not being shown to me. I think Mr. Medicare or Jim or Internet Aristocrat or whatever you want to call him actually has a pretty good theory.
And with that kind of data, they can see who in your user base, the people that are following you, which ones are able to spread a message the furthest. And they throttle you. They basically cut them off. They say you've got 100 followers, and 10 of them are able to get you a shit ton of retweets. 10 of them are able to spread your message far and wide. Maybe they have a large follower base. Maybe they're just somebody who a lot of people pay attention to. They make it so those 10 people can't see what you say. Maybe they make it so the tweet is unavailable. You remember this infamous shit that's everywhere on this goddamn website? I love this. I love this little message. This tweet is unavailable.
I wouldn't be surprised if Twitter specifically made replies and tweets to me invisible, so I wouldn't be able to share them. Same goes for my tweets and replies to bigger accounts. At this point, nothing surprises me anymore with Twitter. If you're wondering what you can do to help, just let the world know. I don't care if you link them to this video or Jim's video or something else, just even make your own video. I literally don't care, just let people know. At this point, I think there are only two options for Twitter left. Either let the company finally die, or stop Twitter censorship. Now, before I do the usual outro, I'd like to thank Seminar, semicolon, no, okay, Sem something, for the red pill as fuck new artwork. If you feel like it, say hi to him from me, and also call him a cuck, because that's fun. Right, I'm Dr. Layman, glad you tuned in, and as always, Babylon prevails. What are you, a sexist, racist, Islamophobic super Nazi? Probably you are if you are on this channel. You know, just saying, if it farts like a duck and quacks like a duck, it probably wants to fuck. What the fuck? Fucking ducks, man.